The Airbus A350 Freighter has not been made yet. However, conversations have surrounded it on a consistent basis over whether Airbus will pull the plug and offer their efficient long-range twin-engine jet to customers on a freighter basis as well. Stay tuned to find out more.
BB851, turn right heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Talks surrounding an Airbus A350 Freighter have actually been present since the early 2000s, when Airbus was first eyeing up and planning for an eventual release of their highly anticipated A350 passenger type. First designed back in 2004, the aircraft type was directly in response to the Boeing 787 and in addition 777, which it had originally offered the A340 to compete with, but obviously that did not hit the same heights. Naturally, as the years pushed along, a freight market began to grow, with more and more resorting to online shopping, and the trading between nations for key goods also continued. Airbus moved forward with their A330 Freighter. However, the question remained whether the A350 would be a good option. Thanks to Reuters with an exclusive, Airbus is currently looking at an A350 cargo jet that would help aid them by beating Boeing in a currently losing battle for the freighter division and market that they're facing. This is an area of the industry Boeing has remained strong and held a good position on for a considerable amount of time, with orders never lacking and multiple different freighter types on offer at different sizes to customers. Should Airbus go ahead with such an aircraft, it would be a big occasion, as it would be for them their first freighter type that would be based off their new generation passenger aircraft that features that all-important carbon fibre. Demand, though, will also play a major role with the aircraft itself, the launch specifically. While Airbus could turn the A350 into a freighter jet, they would only do so if the demand was there from certain customers. There has in recent times been indications that some select customers would be keen on an A350 freighter type. The Aviation Week network, who received comments from the Qatar Airways CEO, noted that they were eagerly awaiting an A350 freighter, but also a Boeing 777X freighter for their own cargo division in the near future, should the two aircraft manufacturers, that being Airbus and Boeing respectively, launch the A350 and 777 series in the freighter section. Airbus's portfolio of freighter aircraft could be a lot larger. They actually pulled the plug on their A380 freighter well over a decade ago. Yes, it might seem a bit crazy, but they did have initial plans and actual firm orders from customers FedEx and UPS for a cargo version of the world's largest passenger plane. But in the end, this never eventuated to anything. And since then, they've only really offered one real type on their freighter series. While the A321 passenger to freighter has begun, Boeing still ultimately crushes them in terms of offering, and Airbus is eyeing up how to fit into this overall market better. The 777 freighter, for instance, dominates that of the A330, the biggest freighter offering Airbus has, and on top of that, Boeing has also offered the 747 freighter in the past. These two aircraft types with Boeing account for close to 500 total freighter units alone. Airbus, however, only have a handful delivered for the A330 freighter. If an opportunity for an A350 cargo presented itself, it would allow Airbus to attempt to pounce on the lost ground that is present. Whether they make it up is a bigger question, and one I would personally say wouldn't be achievable in a short span of time, and nor with just one offering, that being the new A350. The aircraft ultimately has its challenges when turning into a freighter, like anything, and it's all about studying the market and determining what the best course of action is moving forward. It's noted that the development cost would be at around US $2 to $3 billion, and in addition, they would need to see 50 aircraft orders penciled in to go ahead with a launch. While that is definitely possible, they still might struggle to reach that certain amount if customers are lacking. That's going to be crucial to an eventual launch. What are your thoughts on an A350 freighter? Do you see it as a good prospect for Airbus to go ahead with in the future and develop? Or do you think they should strictly be focusing their efforts on an A330 freighter, or potentially even in the future an A330 Neo freighter? Let me know down below, and as always, thank you so much for the continued support. I will see you all in the next video. Take care and be safe.